ZRL Round 3, we're back. I'll be bringing you all the details of all the courses throughout this season. I'll be bringing you the tips, tricks and tactics that you need to survive and thrive in your division. We have 2 TTTs, 2 points races and 2 scratch races. 6 races to test your mettle against the best in Zwift. Round 3, ding ding, let's go. We are kicking off in time-honoured tradition with a team time trial, which will be on the Wasted 8 route, which is quite exciting because it will be the first time that ZRL has paid a visit to Jarvis Island, which emerged from the sea quite recently. It's pretty flat though. There's only 3 topological features to be taken interest in. First is the Jarvis Island reverse KOM, which comes just before 5k. Then there's the dirty Sorpressa, which comes at about 10k. And then there's the rise out of the tunnels and then up towards the desert, and that's at about 16k, I think it is. But yeah, then there's a long flatbed, and then you finish where we started in downtown Watopia. I have done a lovely set of Recon notes, which are available to download from my Google Drive. Link down below. With it being a team time trial, you do still get draft even if you're on a time trial bike, so pick out your fastest time trial bike, usually the KDX Tri with some disc wheels, just the fastest that you've got basically. I'll put a link down below to where you can find the fastest bike available, and I'll also put a link to a team time trial calculator, which allows you to put in the relative, you don't even have to put in the powers. It finds out the powers from your Zwift power IDs. So you just put in the Zwift power IDs of your team and it works it all out, and you can configure things different ways to get the best configuration of your team and the strength of pulls that they should be doing. So links in the description down below. Now this recon is sponsored by LevelVelo, providers of awesome cycling clothing, but it's so good that I did actually ask for some extra bibs from them for Christmas, and I got them, and they're awesome. That's how good they are. Look the business, feel like a pro, get yourself down to LevelVelo. The race I'm going to show you is from the Vikings team. When I initially saw it, I thought it was C category, and I was a bit surprised by the awesome power that they were putting out, but that's not the way that ZRL TTTs work. So they are proper A+ riders, and it shows. And the coverage is from Njål, I assume it's pronounced. He's an awesome rider. Get yourself down to his channel. The link will be in the description. And yeah, let's have a look at his race. And off we go. And they're getting their speed up quickly. You can lose half a dozen seconds if you don't get your speed up straight away out of the gates, and they're doing that great. Want to still push down the ramp. I often like to take a rest here, but not in TTTs. Get that speed up, get to your sort of target speed and a bit higher because of the descent, and then once you do, it's time to start organizing behind whoever's been nominated to take the first pull. And Njål here is taking the responsibility and leading his team up that ramp towards the tunnel out to the volcano, and they've got a superb pace line already, maybe bunching up a little bit over these little bumps, but very organized, very fast down this little ramp. Nice bits of space there being used. Njål taking the front smoothly and being overtaken again. I'm not sure if that's organized or not, but the important thing is that there's one clear person on the front and one behind. And we start the major feature of this route, which is the Jarvis Island reverse KOM. Comes in 2 distinct bumps. It lasts 1.3k and averages 3.3, but that second bump does top out at 10%, and then there's another bump after that which it's worth pushing up over. As I say, it's the trickiest bit of the course in terms of gradient, so worth spending a match but not losing any riders. You want to keep all of your riders who are at all going to be able to pull, because there's plenty of flat in which everyone can contribute. And then we come to the Dirty Sorpressa. That's at about 10.1 kilometers. It is on gravel, so draft doesn't mean so much. And then there's two little annoying bumps after that, and then we head down the hairpins. It's great having someone on the front who can still push to keep the speed high, while those behind take a little well-deserved rest. And Njål is the strongest rider, so he takes on this responsibility of pushing down the descent, and the others behind, some of them not pedaling even for a few seconds there, just really feather your power to ensure you stay on, and you do bunch up a bit after that. Let's have a closer look at how they manage this. So they're bunched up a bit with that additional speed that they got from the descent, and now they're just sorting themselves out again to get themselves a nicely spaced pace line. Probably wants to drop back a bit here, Njål, and as the rider in front accelerates to take the lead, he follows them, and the formerly lead rider drops back nicely. They are using steering, but that won't be available in ZRL. And then there's this other ramp, which is 6% pretty much all the way at about 15.5k, and then followed by the climb up the reverse of the Alpe du Tempus, as it's ironically known. Strongest riders taking the responsibility on their shoulders to drag their team up. Don't work harder than they can follow, but taking a little bit of wind for them up there, especially at this ACAT speed, always provides a little relief. And they get into a smooth rotation here for this extremely long flat segment, trying to keep a constant pace by the look of it. They're going around 52 kilometers per hour, absolutely flying, very strong pulls on the front, and having to work even at the rear. You can see big numbers there, but definitely still taking rest. And as we come into these final few kilometers, time to empty the tank, give it everything you've got. You only need to finish with 4 riders, so any more than that is a bit wasted. Do some big efforts if you've got it in you, and if you have to drop off, then as long as there's 4, you're still cool. And if you can't sprint into the line, by all means do so, but make sure you bring your teammates with you. And if there's a bit of a gap, then just stop pedaling or allow them to pass you by and get that final bit of slingshot, which could help you win the race. The very best of luck to you in round 3 of Zwift Racing League and on this initial team time trial. May you triumph!